back in Iowa. Always seem to end up here. I don't really ever know why. I came back home for a couple of reasons. My first reason was that I needed to see Sonia after what happened after she left. I really needed to get some sort of closure on that. I'm driving what will become 19 hours to get to Santa Fe, New Mexico, which is my home. I went to college at Grinnell College in Iowa, and I can never figure it out, but for some reason I always end up back in this state. I remember coming out to college in the Midwest, and I wanted to do that because it was so different from the Southwest where I came from, and I was really interested in seeing what it was like living in a very different place and adjusting to a very different culture. You know, every once in a while in Saigon, I'd have this thought that I really wish the people that I knew back home could switch places with me for 5 minutes just to see what it was like, either on a motorbike in traffic, or sitting at an outrageous restaurant, or talking to somebody I never thought I'd meet in my life. And now that I'm back home, I've got this weird opposite feeling, which is that I wish I could have people in Saigon switch places with me for 5 minutes just to see what I'm looking at. And this is what they'd see.
Here we are at the Grand Hyatt Oak House, located in Tokyo, Japan. Apparently the Grand Hyatt runs some cheaper versions of its hotel. I think this is 7 stars. It's on a different system, out of 1,600.
Yeah. This is our guest house. It inside looks a lot like it does outside. The rooms are functional and small and so fucking cold.
Yeah, inside feels actually the same as it does outside. Downstairs in the common room, in the bathroom, in our bedrooms, it's all pretty cold.
It's exciting every day when you go to the bathroom because they leave the window open for the breeze. Unfortunately, the breeze is about 12 degrees, so it's like visiting some kind of exotic foreign country made of ice every time you need to urinate. We pay about $300 a person to share a room here with a 3-month contract, which is slightly more than we were paying for a much more spacious and comfortable double in Vietnam. But the location's great. It's in Japan, so we're pretty pumped on that. This is my favorite place in Tokyo. Shibuya, central station of Shibuya. And it's basically Tokyo's Times Square. It's always packed, it's always insane. I love it.
This fucking place is overwhelming. There's a lot about it that reminds me of Ho Chi Minh City. Just constant stimulation, sound and lights everywhere, dodging people in traffic. A lot, very reminiscent of Saigon, but here it feels so much more ordered. It's like you're in the inside of a clock. All little gears are moving, quietly moving along, and there's a lot going on because it takes a lot to run a clock. But it all has its own little purpose, and even though that purpose is spelled out in Japanese, and I don't understand it at all, I still have a trust that somewhere, someone knows exactly how the clock is moving and should be moving.
Saigon's very flat, where Tokyo is very tall. Saigon is spread out, where Tokyo is very dense. As crazy as the traffic and flow of people were in Vietnam, in Tokyo it's 10 times that. Where you didn't understand what was going on in Vietnam, there's so much more to not understand here. This is a completely different game for us. I mean, one of the reasons is the stakes are a lot higher. Everything here is so expensive, and we have so little money. Just about the same amount of money that we started Vietnam with. Except the difference was, in Vietnam, you could buy a beer for 30 cents and eat a meal for 60. And here, it's easy to spend 10 bucks on a bulletin. So it's now officially Christmas Eve, and we are going to celebrate our Christmas in the style that we can afford and find here. So we've got pirated Simpsons DVDs. We can watch all of the Christmas specials in a row. We have Japanese beer and some delicious holiday Strike Eagle peanuts, honey roasted for the season. If anyone out there watching this has money, please send it to us. Please send us money. Or jobs. If anyone out there knows somebody who lives in Tokyo and is willing to employ us, please. I'll be happy to send them our resumes, go to for an interview. We'll wait tables or sell fish. We can make tacos, sweep the streets. We can even teach English. We'll do anything as long as someone's willing to pay us to do it here.
To put it simply, I have never been more surprised that it's Christmas. Absolutely shocked that it's Christmas Eve. Oops.
I feel like this year Christmas is definitely putting the zero in JetSetZero.
Well, yeah.
Merry Christmas in JetSetZero.
We're so poor.
So poor.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.